Oh, did y'all have something?
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize.
Hi there. My name is Michael Russo. I'm currently active with a nonprofit organization called Fathers for Justice. That's fathers, the number 4, and justice. The first thing I'd like to say is that our organization is never first and foremost about any child support. We at Fathers for Justice believe that 2 fit parents equally involved in the children's lives is paramount. But the issue of child support isn't something that we can just clearly ignore. This bill gives a chance for somebody to expunge their records once they've been convicted of Class D felony for non-payment of child support, which is great. It's a wonderful thing that somebody, if they get behind, they at least have something to work toward, and it gives some hope. And I think it will help a good many amount of people, especially fathers. The problem that I see, though, time and time again, is that we're treating a father who has never paid a dime, ever, the same as a father who has fallen on hard times. And, this bill doesn't directly address that. But, that's, again, something that we cannot ignore. There's people out there that do absolutely neglect their responsibility. I do have some statistics of that, and the statistics that I found have actually shown that over the United States, not in Missouri in particular, but there's about 11% of dads that totally default on child support. But of those 11%, there's 5% that absolutely couldn't pay if they wanted to. Either they're literally dead, they're incarcerated, or incapacitated to some point to where they're not able to work. It seems like we're really punishing the majority over the minority here. And, if we just made things equal, and we treated moms the same as dads, and vice versa, and we started out with a presumption of equal custody and equal shared parenting, you would have a whole lot less conflict in these emotionally charged situations that we know as divorce and separation. I think that's all I'm going to say right now. I mean, obviously we're not here for that. We're here for the bill. Yes, I do see this as helping a good amount of people.
Any questions for this?
Anybody? Come on.
Thank you for being here. And I want to remind you to fill out a witness form. We'll put a stamp right there.
All right.
Thank you for coming. Anybody else to testify today?
My name is Ibbaanika Bond, and I'm from Raytown, Missouri, and I support 1690, which gives fathers greater opportunity to overcome their difficulty with child support, and if they don't overcome that difficulty past the 18-month limit, it gives them the opportunity to show their commitment to supporting their children and get the record expunged of a conviction over non-payment. I know that the deadbeat dad is the guy everyone loves to hate. And representatives can curry favor from the right and from the left by being unnecessarily punitive with fathers. And maybe this is a backlash from a time when fathers weren't forced to be responsible for their children. But as the daughter of a truly deadbeat dad, I wouldn't have wanted my father thrown in debtor's prison for non-payment. I would have wanted him to come around and raise me and be rewarded and supported in doing so. Also, as a mother coerced into relinquishment of my parental rights to my son, who I recently just reunified with, after my son's father fought for him for 7 years and didn't consent to the adoption, I've seen the reality of fathers' rights in the courtroom. There exists in Missouri rampant discrimination against fathers in family law. This legislature promotes the discrimination. I know this for a fact because I'm currently fighting 3 bills that passed through this House like a speeding bullet. Those bills make it next to, they're HB 1258, 1259, and 1260. They make it next to impossible for a man to establish his paternity simply because someone's interested in adopting his child. They are unconstitutional, violate equal protection, and give more weight to the liberty interest in raising their children of abusive parents than of unmarried fathers. Shame on you for passing this bill, especially those of you who are men. This is half the state that you're failing to protect. And let me go on. Laws and the system discriminate against men in the guise of helping children, but children need laws that reflect the reality of their whole family, to protect their right to first have their natural parents, and to second protect their fathers from having to be jailed, and so giving them a better opportunity to have a better job. Discrimination didn't help my son. Treating men like cash machines instead of human beings may benefit the bottom line of the state, but it doesn't benefit children. I'm not saying that men shouldn't be made to support their children, or that every man is interested in contact with his child. But I am saying that when there's a systematic discrimination against men, which awards child support disproportionate to a man's ability to pay routinely, and also under all kinds of other unjust circumstances, such as when my son's father was forced to pay child support to the third-party wannabe adoptive parents who were trying to take my son. And when he got in a suspicious car accident, I had to step in and pay the child support, or he would have been in trouble with child support enforcement. Under this situation, this assembly should take a step towards rectifying the problem they created for half of their constituents and pass 1690.